Hello, this is April Pastis of PastisEnterprises.com. In this tutorial, we are going to help you get started with your new website. In the introduction tutorial, we will give you a quick overview of your website, static versus dynamic websites, the difference between content and graphics, the types of websites that are available with a content management system, the areas of your website, accessing your administration area, and where to get help. Having a website today is as important as having a business card, but also what is important is getting people to come to your website and to return to it. There's a reason why they call it surfing the web. If a visitor has no reason to stick around, they catch the next wave. The most popular websites today offer interactivity and fresh content. It is the way of the future of the internet. Here are some examples of some of the most popular websites that provide interactivity. There's iGoogle, Amazon.com, YouTube, share your photographs with your family and friends with Flickr, participate in Facebook or Friendster. And there's the ultimate in interactive sites with Twitter. I say ultimate because it's only interactive. It doesn't do anything until you tweet somebody or somebody tweets you. Static versus dynamic websites. The static websites are a set of documents that are loaded onto a server and they exist. They don't do anything. Versus the dynamic website that we have installed on your system. It's a content management system and it interacts based upon the level of authority that you have given to a user. For instance, if you log in, you can edit articles and add articles. If a visitor logs in, they can add photos, they can vote, they can add something to their shopping cart, and the information comes from a database that is placed on a page only when it is interacted with. Most of you are very familiar with static websites. The process is that you need to have a website, so you contact a designer or a developer to create a website look for you. When you agree that you like the look, you have them add a set of content, usually an about us page, how to find us, and information. Perhaps you have your products on it. And if sooner or later you decide that you've got to make changes to that site, you have to contact the developer or designer again and wait until they make the changes. And on static websites, visitors have any, if little effect on the site itself. It doesn't matter if it's you visiting the site or if it's a member of the public, it never changes. They can click on a link perhaps to send you an email or fill out a form, but there's no back and forth interaction. And with static websites, you either need to teach yourself how to use a website, a design program, to write code, or you need to hire someone. So either way, it's an expensive proposition. You have to pay someone to do it for you or learn to do it yourself, so it either costs you in money or time. A dynamic system that we have installed for you offers so much more. The system that we have installed is called Joomla. It's one of the most complex and yet flexible CMS systems out there. Because it's easy to manage, it eliminates the level of technical experience usually required in web management. So when we contact you and design a site, we install the software based on what it is that you want your website to accomplish. And once we install the software and test it and make sure everything is running correctly, um, we don't stop there. We continue to keep the software updated, installing any security updates, and we back up your system for you. But the control comes where you have the opportunity to add the content at your will. When you have the time to do it, when you notice something that needs to be updated, you are able to log into your website and make the changes at any time. And you can also add users to your website who will view different information based on the authority that you've given them, and they can add information also based on the authority that you have given them. Pages are again dynamic. They are based on interaction, and they are rendered on the fly depending on how the visitor to your site has interacted with your website. Once again, changes are instant. You log on to your site, you open up an article editor and you make a change and you click save, and it publishes instantly. And again, visitors interact with your site at the levels of authority that you have given them. If you choose not to let them add photographs or upload anything, that's your prerogative. You can allow them to make posts, to add comments. It all depends on what your preference is. And then the greatest part about it, again, is that once we set it all up for you, there is no need for you to learn any code. And this will save you a lot of time and money in the long run. On a content management system, the content is the main point of it. Content is king. And this graphic here shows you that most of the information on your website lies inside a database, and applications tell the database what information to pull up based on the level of authority that you have given to your user. The only thing that isn't dynamic, that's static, is the template and the graphics. Otherwise, everything is content and instantly changeable. There are many types of content management features that you can have on your website. They are also not limited to just one type. You can have multiple types of these features, and some of them include having a calendar for your groups, allowing people to post certain events, dates, and letting them know when something's coming up, either by email or by checking on your website. There are document repositories. Say you have some technical manuals that you want your customers to have access to, you can put them in a repository and they can download them. Photo galleries are very popular. You can have your own photos up, or you can allow your users to add their own photographs. You can have a community website where members can have a forum and interact with each other. They can also send each other private messages, all as members of your website. and it keeps them coming back for more information. You can have directories on your website featuring your membership lists, affiliate lists, classified advertising. A very popular feature these days are blogs. They allow people to publish information on areas that they are authorities in, or just keep in contact with each other. This is very popular because search engines like these types of websites. They like sites that have blogs because the content is always changing, so they will always come back to it to re-index it. So if you want to get higher on the Google rankings, you would include a blog that you would regularly update. And a great feature to have on your website is an e-commerce site. You can let your customers stay up to date on your newest products. You can let them purchase your items online. You can have a combination of a e-commerce site and perhaps a forum where they discuss your products, and then after learning more about your products, they can come back over to your site shop and purchase it directly without having to leave your website and head on over to another seller that might that would make them leave your website. And so you can have any combination of these type of features on your website. We have, after discussing what your goals were for your site, we have installed probably the best of the applications that will be able to provide these features for you. There are two areas of your website. Of course, there's the front end, which you're already familiar with. We've gone through it and looked at the design of it, and this is what your users, your visitors will see. There is a bit of editing that can be done from the front end, and we've included some tutorials on how to do it, but you must be logged in to be able to edit the articles or add a photograph or do any of the administrative work from the front end. On the flip side, there's the back end. This is where you have the most control, and you can do much more than you could on the front end of your website. To get to the administrative end, you type in the URL of your site /administrator. Once you do that, you hit you come to the login area where you put in your username and your password that was sent to you when we created your website, and it takes you to the back end where you can add articles, manage your users, change menus. If you have, depending on what components you have, what applications we have installed, you can change products. For example, if you have an e-commerce site, or add photographs, you would do all that from your back end. And then if you need any help, we're always available. You can reach us at passisenterprises.com. There are more tutorials on how to administrate your website, and you can also reach us by email at april@passisenterprises.com, or you can give us a call. And I want to thank you for the opportunity to work with you.